Good morning, everyone. I'm here to do another reading for us today. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you're a returning viewer, I appreciate your support. I hope everyone is doing well and that these messages find you well. So let's just take a second here to set the intention to receive with an open heart. And if this doesn't resonate, I just simply ask that you release and leave it for somebody else, okay? Not every reading is going to resonate, but certainly I do trust that if you are guided to this recording today, there's probably something that you could benefit from. So I encourage you to be patient and, like I said, keep an open mind. So let's jump in. I wanted to preface that there are repeating cards on the board, and then I'm seeing triple digits as well. That's significant in that we know that numbers are all about manifestation in our physical world. It's a way that we work with the energy to manifest. So triple digits for me is mind, body, spirit. So it's unity consciousness. So it's a time where you're ready to bring forth that specific energy for the manifestation. So we'll break down the message as I channel it, but the cards are all on the board already, and they're very powerful, but the energy is really, really heavy in terms of emotions. And I hope today, even with intention here, by channeling the energy, talking about it, it brings it to the surface and it brings it to the light so we can either transmute it, heal, or support in bringing it forward. And everyone's on a different path in the timeline. So, not a different path, sorry, at a different stage on the path for the timelines. So if it hasn't happened yet, it's probably imminent. If you are in it right now, this is probably going to help you support whatever you require. And if it's in the future, like I said, further down the road, that's okay too. This will help you prepare for that. Okay. So let's see here. So I'm touching the Hermit card. Let's start over here. So yeah. I did sense as I was pulling the cards that this has to do with somebody that you're tuning in for, and it's somebody that has had a heart chakra opening, and that heart chakra opening has ignited an opportunity for all of their chakra systems to awaken. So this person is probably newly enlightened to something, and it has to do with love because it has to do with that heart chakra, and they're probably experiencing a mild spiritual opening or spiritual awakening. Sorry. I was guided to say mild because I think the resistance or how they were triggered or the feelings that are coming to the surface, it's enough that it's causing a lot of emotions and feelings. And so they're kind of like, it's not that they're stuck. I want to be really careful with the words I use. It's like, oh, okay, it's like a mild shock. Thank you. And so they're almost like not sure, they're processing, they're probably quiet, they're probably in reflection, they could be confused. It is not easy once this process is initiated, but with all of the elements available to us, even if it's not in a conscious way, our higher selves is always going to guide us through, and we're always well looked after, even though it doesn't feel like we are. Sometimes we are. I trust that now as I've gone through many, and I've done so pretty much isolated. So it's the way that I think I needed to do it in order to be able to get through it without outside interference. And my guides, my spiritual guides, are also a big part of that process for me. So I trust that for this person, I feel like they're doing it like I described, probably in a way of being alone, and it's supported here by the Hermit. They're bringing my attention to, there's a clock here. So it's 11:10. So I feel like they're going to be going through or entering another stage here. And I feel like the stage is really that they have to step into the feelings more so now in a physical way, in an outward kind of a way, not stay stuck here in this hermit stage. They have to talk about how they feel. They have to talk about what their fears are, if they have questions, because that's how you work through things, right? It's communication. Um, I see a lot of fire, air are swords, earth element is pentacles, and we have a little bit of water. But I think we're coming out of this. I think the Five of Cups is what I'm sensing right now. Nine of Air, of course, is Nine of Swords. Where was Nine of Fire? Yeah, Nine of Wands. That's that pressure point. But I feel like these are older or existing energies right now. And so, I think they were really, I think this person has gone through a lot of heartache when it comes to love. So, again, with upbringing, with parental relationships, and also other relationships, social relationships in terms of friends, colleagues, and things like that. I think it's been tough for this person. I feel like they have a big, big heart and they have so much love to give, but they're scared. They don't feel comfortable in their skin. They don't feel comfortable in the world, in their space, their environment. I feel like they're very shy. But they have a lot to give. And I feel like your presence is helping them face some of these things. They are, I think this is probably somebody you've met recently, like I said, and they're also confused about what they thought love was going to be for them, for perhaps maybe the rest of their life. If they've taken a very strong position, I'm not ever going to open myself to love again. I'm going to be on my own. I'm independent, I'm strong, and I don't need that. And that's fine if that's what they needed up until the point of meeting you. I feel like there's a significant level of passion that was ignited, okay, here. And it's really awoken them, like it's blown their mind. Like you see here, it's still emanating in their energy. They think about it a lot. I feel like they have it better under control. I feel like initially maybe it was like constant, but I feel like they've accepted that it's there no matter what they do. If they tried to let it go, forget it. If they pushed you away, if there's been in and out, that's why they're just trying to process that. And I feel like they've learned a lot. See the Ace of Air here, and if they, I am clearing my throat chakra. If they haven't yet, you will. Perhaps that message was for you, viewer, that there's still information and communication that's to come in order for you to have this Ace of Air, for you to have the truth, to have a new beginning in truth, a new beginning in understanding. I feel like you might have been at this stage as well, being a little bit hurt by this person if you kind of shared a lot of yourself in some way, and you were kind of, like I said, it's not that you were left. I feel this person's never, ever, ever not thought of you after the point of meeting you. It's just that I feel like they didn't understand and they still are processing that. And you're probably still processing it as well. And so there's been periods of time where there's been no contact. Okay. And I feel like this kind of caused this Five of Water for you. But you are doing a good job in terms of allowing this to be what it is, because it is hurtful. And then, you did need time to sort that out for yourself. If you're still sorting it out, that's okay. I feel like you're a little bit more comfortable with it compared to this other person, because I feel like you might have encountered energy like this before. Maybe you're somebody that does help people in terms of targeting those areas and those chakras that require an awakening. And it's not easy when you are somebody that's a catalyst that is here to assist people in those awakenings. That's not easy. And it's a dual relationship, meaning it's reciprocal, it's back and forth. There's something within you that that person is also going to help you ignite, heal, understand, support, whatever. So, I feel like you're a little bit ahead in terms of being able to understand this at a conscious level because you've done a lot of work. So, I feel like this is why you look like this, viewer, if you are able to kind of pull yourself out of a nine of air, a nine of swords. So you're lifting yourself up. If you woke up today feeling heavy, I feel like you're going to be able to release that today. You'll know how to do that. You have all the different tools available to you. You're very in tune, you're very smart, and you're going to be able to get through it. Okay. Like I said, we have double cards. So you see here, we have 2 5 of Cups. And I thought there was another one. So wait, what's this one? A 9 of Cups. So 9, oh, there's 4 nines on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. That's powerful. So a 9 of Cups is a wish fulfillment. A 9 of Earth. So, again, I feel like you're both single. You're both on your own right now. I see this as prayer. You're both in prayer. Prayer just means you're thinking and you're wishing. I think for a new beginning, right? I think a new beginning and understanding as well. You're going to have, I think you're going to have communication, contact with this person. It might be a little bit, but the little bit that you do have, it's going to bring, I think, forth new information that allows for a new beginning, a new beginning and understanding. Maybe you're going to have some sort of agreement, or you're going to have a discussion about how you want to move forward together or not together. And even if it's to choose not to be together and you go your separate ways and not talk again, then at least that's closure and But and this card doesn't represent the answer to that question. I feel like this card represents the question. 9 of Earth is that you are both single, like I said, you're both in prayer, you're both thinking the same thing right now. That's why I feel both of you in this card. And in order to have that new beginning, meaning a new state of understanding as you move forward, you need to have that conversation. I think you're both worried about this conversation a little bit. That's okay. I think maybe if you did try to talk about this in the past, there was some difficulty with that. That's okay. But I feel like you're coming out and you want to come out of this 5 of Earth energy, the feeling alone, feeling left out, feeling confused. Usually the 5 of Pentacles has 2 people or 3 people, I think. Yeah. The traditional tarot, there's that stained glass. It looks like a church. There's somebody on the ground, and I believe there's 2 other people walking away. So I think that, given that, again, this 5 of Earth, there's 1 person there, I feel, again, that's still similar to this card. It's both of you that are in this state of feeling kind of in the dark about something, being alone, feeling alone, even though you want to spend time together, you want contact, you want to talk, you want to see each other. But there's some fear here. And I think it's because there's a lack of understanding. And I don't feel it's deliberate. I really, really don't. I feel like I said this person is primarily trying to work through how they feel because it was out of the blue. It was very, very strong. You're very magnetic to each other. He doesn't understand. He's very confused. I don't think he's ever come across feelings like this before. I don't think he's ever come across somebody like you in an intimate way like this. He would have seen somebody like you. I'm seeing beautiful, strong, independent, intelligent, articulate, confident, beautiful, sexy. I'm hearing strong. Like you can stand up on your own 2 feet. Like You support yourself very well. You're independent. You're just like the it factor I just heard. The whole package. Like you have everything that anybody would ever want. I don't think that this person ever allowed himself to believe that he could attract somebody like you. And maybe he's just overwhelmed, a little bit intimidated as well. And I'm not suggesting you've done anything to do that. He owns these feelings, this person here. It's not because of anything you've done here, okay? This viewer, this is how he feels because of his own wounding, his own insecurities. We all have that. And it's important to be aware of them and work through them. So it doesn't impact us in a negative way, because he could lose out on this opportunity. I sense that you're fine with where things are at, in the sense that you're going to be able to accept whatever happens here. You're going to move on. You'll be fine. I don't feel like this. I feel like this is very new and you haven't invested too much yet. And you're kind of trying to figure out if you should, right? Should I stick around and wait a bit longer for this person? I sense that you would have the opportunity to be with other people. I'm sure there's other people that are interested as well, known to you perhaps or unknown, but certainly you're not somebody that is going to be stuck here in this way. You're going to be able to at some point make a decision for yourself if you need to. I feel like you're kind of waiting right now to see if this person is going to be able to come forward and talk to you and open up a little bit more about what it is that they need and want. Because I feel like you do want to work together, and they see the double nines here. And since this is a bit lower, okay, now I'm seeing, the way I position my cards is very important. And I do all of this intuitively before I come on the camera. I don't do it on camera because I don't want to waste people's time with that, because it's not always pleasant to watch. But certainly I trust that people who are connecting to my videos will trust that, I explain in my original videos that I just really do pull cards intuitively. I have no set way of doing it. My writer is ringing. That's confirmation. They want me to move on. They don't want me to stay stuck on that. But I just want to explain in case you're new to my channel. But I feel like, because I found it very peculiar that I kind of did it like steps, right? This is probably, if you're in this first stage right now, this is where you are. If you've moved out of this stage and you're here, and now you're going to be moving up. So I feel like it's going to be different for everyone, but that's kind of the process here. And that Seven of Fire I haven't talked about, and that Poised card I haven't talked about. But certainly I feel like this Poised card is you primarily, viewer. I feel like it's an extension of this Nine of Earth. That's why it's touching here. And you are poised for success. You are going to be okay. You're going to get through this. And I feel like this person is pulling strength from the fact that you are poised, you are calm, you've allowed this person space and time to do what it is they need to do. They don't feel pressure. They don't feel pressure by you whatsoever. They feel a strong bond to you. They feel a strong connection that, again, they don't understand. It defies normal, quote unquote, normal, they're saying the word human relationship. And I think what that means is like a traditional earthbound relationship. So I'm wondering if this has to do with a prior, a past life connection. It could be a very deep soul bond from a past life that's resurfacing here today for you guys to find more peace with it, to explore it even more. Perhaps you didn't have the opportunity to explore it in the ways that you wanted or needed before. This is a chance. This is a comeback. This is an opportunity, another go around. So just know, viewer, you're doing really, really well. You're poised. You're put together. You're strong. You're doing you. You're still living your life. I know it's not easy, though, because I know I can sense that you think about this person, that you're worried about this person a little bit, and that you really want to be able to talk this through. You're ready. It's just this person has to be ready. And I feel like they will. I feel like they're coming, and it's imminent. If they haven't come yet, it's coming. My right ear just gently rang there to say, like, yeah. Yeah. I'm just setting light language there to pause you, to pause this point of reconnecting, to be able to make sure that you have that conversation you need to have. You say what you need to say, divine feminine, if it's you, divine masculine, if it's you, viewer, to this other person before you step into any other future energy with this person. I feel like you do need clarity around some things, and you'll feel better once you have that clarity so you can decide how to best move forward. But I feel like you do want to move forward with this person because this is a nine of cups, which is your wish fulfillment, and it's leaning towards the future. It's leaning forward. So I feel like you are facing this head on in a really beautiful way. I feel like there's a lot of authenticity here. You showed yourselves to each other in a way that was authentic. And it just happened, guys. Like, it's not something that you sat there and thought, okay, meticulously, I'm going to do A, B, C, D, E when I meet this. No, 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 no. Or even after meeting them initially, it just flowed the way that it did. And it was really passionate. It blew their socks off. And it's almost like I'm seeing somebody like there's an explosion and they get knocked down and they're still in that motion of being knocked down. And as that's happening, it's like, oh my goodness, what's happening here? That's the feeling. And I just had that as a visual. That's interesting. But it feels good. And even the fear of it feels good. It's nothing like running away or like a negative. It's nothing like that. It's just an overwhelming. Yeah, exactly. It's very, very, very strong. So they definitely are keeping themselves safe. They're feeling like they do need to guard themselves and their energy, and they are doing that. So if there were other interests, I feel like they're keeping them at bay because they know it's just going to confuse the situation, and they're not attracted to that anymore, and they're not interested in any of that anymore. And it could still be lingering, but they would definitely need to clean all that up for sure once they're ready. But I feel like they're not going to be able to do that until they kind of figure out what they want to do with you. Like, you're that main energy in their fields right now, and it's strong, and they think about it all the time. So I feel like this is a very, very strong message as well, and that's a really positive message. Do you see how this horse is ready to is standing up? They're balanced on those hind legs, and that's not easy to do. You balance them through the passion. They've never connected to somebody in a passionate way like this either. So the passion could be defined differently for everyone. You'll know, viewer, what that looks like for your individual situation if you resonate with this, okay? And just know that it was very, very enlightening and very positive for this person. It felt really good, okay? Oh, yeah, you see that one card here? Like I said, I was saying that this person is on their own. Yeah, see? And they're worried. They're worried that they're taking too long. They're worried that they're leaving you kind of in a lurch a little bit by being alone, by not really sharing too much more with you. They know you want to know more, but they're trusting that you're going to be able to do what you need to do to stay poised here and to be patient until they can come and give you this information here, which they're going to come and give you. Yeah, you see that Ace of Cups? Look, Ace of Water. And this is the result after you process this. You see, because it's the higher card here. And it's a higher understanding of the feelings. You need to talk about the feelings. I feel like you need to talk about past relationships, perhaps, especially for this person, if it's something that's hurt them. And you as well. Everybody has had relationships in the past, right? So it's But I feel like for him, I feel like this is the masculine energy here that could be struggling. And if it's not, and it's the feminine, and that's energy. So you could be one or the other. It depends on the energy that you're embodying. Okay, but certainly, I feel like you've encountered passionate spiritual connections before, viewer. I feel like this person hasn't really been in this life so far. That hasn't been triggered for this person yet. And past lives, most definitely. I just feel like in this life so far, you've experienced it more, which is why you can be poised, because you've done the work, you've seen it already, and you felt it. This person here, a little bit less. Not saying he didn't have beautiful relationships, nothing like that. I'm just saying more earthbound. It wasn't probably spiritual like this. And she might not understand yet that it is spiritual. Okay? Or they may not either. However you identify, okay? So just, I feel like you're in a really good place here. Just continue to be patient. If this is only confirming what you've already done, and this is kind of the state that you're in right now as you're just waiting, then that's okay. That's okay. It's good. It's good. You probably needed this to help you. So all that glitters, yeah, the masks need to come off. There could be things that you haven't learned yet as well about this person, where you might determine and feel, okay, well, now that I know, this is not what I want. I'm not prepared to invest all this energy. If you feel like you're a more advanced soul and you're just, again, like a past life, you're going to choose, yeah, no, I'm going to move on because I'm at a different place in my life. That's okay. But I feel like this is what needs to be exposed. And the divine is working behind the scenes to help. Okay. You might also need to keep an open mind if this person is different, if this person looks different, acts different, talks different than what you're used to, because there's a reason I would have talked a little bit about the fact that you've encountered, different relationships that were spiritual. And just like this person, if they've never encountered, well, it's not that they've never encountered an energy like yours. They would know about your kind of template here. But certainly in an intimate way, no, I'm not getting that at all. I feel like they wouldn't have been secure enough to come forward to someone that presents like you. And again, that's their issue, not yours. You keep being you, because this is fantastic energy here. Hey, Misty? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see? You're flexible. You're flexible. And again, that is a very beautiful, attractive quality to have. Patient, content. Even if you don't feel like that, you exude that. And that's not easy to do. But he feels at home with you. Look. Look. Oh, sorry. Oh. I feel like he has allowed himself a little bit to kind of fantasize about what it would be like. And Misty's going to come all over our cards here. I let her sometimes because I'm always curious to see what she's going to do. Oh, look. Thank you, darling. And go to the distance. This can go to the distance. Okay, and if this represents your energy and you choose to go the distance in a different direction, then you'll be fine and you're going to make it, and you'll find somebody that's well suited for you. Okay. Hey, Misty. Say hi. Yeah. She's purring. She's pretty content here. Okay. The divine does want me to pull more cards. Let's see. Yeah. These are the ones here I was sensing I needed to pull. They want me to keep this up. Oh, the lovers. Look. Yeah. Yeah. This is what you're missing in your life, viewer. I'm sensing is that relationship, the one that will bring you the most passion, the most joy. Like, you don't want to settle, and you shouldn't settle. And I don't feel like you will. Okay, I really don't. So, Seven of Pentacles. There's a lot of energy invested here already. Energy, right? Meaning you've thought a lot about this, and that's okay. That's okay. It has gotten you this far so far. Oh, look. Oh, dear. Oh, I'm picking up on another energy here. Oh, I feel like this person dumbed themselves down a bit. Sorry for that word. That's how it came through. In a way, or they step back because they feel, or maybe they think, or they're confused, or they're not sure about a potential other suitor, and they're not feeling confident enough to compete. And because if you're different or their insecurities, they're just kind of, like I said, dimming their light because they're saying, well, maybe you should go over here. Because it's kind of a cop out too, right? It's easier to just concede to someone else because then you don't have to do the work. However, it doesn't matter. I feel like even if they think that intellectually, that passion is so strong. And that's why that passion was ignited that way. So it would, because once it's ignited, you can't turn it off. Okay. So I feel like your souls, the souls, are not going to be able to move into another anything else until you sort this out. It doesn't matter if you try. That passion, see, this is lit, this is in the middle here. That won't be ignited. That can't. I feel like this is a guide, and the guide's holding this very securely for you right now, and they're going to support you doing this. Okay? And you're going to be able to. It's okay. It's okay. You might be doing a lot of work spiritually, energetically, in the realms to help this move along in the way that it needs to. You're very, very, very powerful. You have many gifts. And if you are doing that, it's working, it's helping. It's helping this other person see and feel more clearly. So you're removing blocked energy, dark energy. You're helping them transmute pain from past lives, past relationships, past traumas, past issues. And all of that probably needs to happen before you have this conversation here. That's imminent here. Let's see how I'm moving it closer. We're helping this person come forward. I'm intrigued by this, though. What is this card? Yeah, I sense this is somebody that wanted to maybe before and was going to, but there's been an interruption here. There's a space here. Somehow, if this was another energy, they found out, or maybe they sense this and they know, and they're just allowing a little bit of space. But I don't think this person's going to let up. I feel like you might have this still coming in towards you, and you're not going to see it coming. It's going to be very unexpected. It doesn't feel bad in any way. It feels good. But this person needs and wants healing as well. The other message I got before I finished channeling that message was that this person here that we were talking about, this came in very quick for him and for you. It was very unexpected. And this is why you need a little bit of time, a little bit of space as well to allow the healing to come in, like what I was talking about. This is past life. I'm getting the codes from all these, it's a Celtic, the knot here, the symbol here. I'm having a reaction to it. Nothing bad. It's just, I sense it's definitely past life. And you've done a good job if you've kept this hidden right now, because it's not something you want to talk about with people, because then all that other external energy kind of gets enmeshed. If it's not solidified yet, it can kind of shift things in a way that you may not need or want. Okay. So keep doing that. That's good. Talk to the guides, feel it, do your spiritual work with it. That's perfect. Oh yeah. You see the Wheel of Fortune? Oh, interesting. It's like this whirlwind. That's kind of what I was sensing here with him being kind of blasted here. It's meant to be, I heard. I'm hearing Page of Cups. Oh my goodness, sweet. This is very, very sensible, very, very kind. You feel sad. I feel sadness here too a little bit. I feel sorry. I got that, and then instantly it switched to this energy, and I feel like this person is feeling bad as well about maybe the way they've handled things with you. This is the other energy now. Sorry, it's confusing. I hate when other energy pops in or tries to push through to be heard, and it's confusing to separate the two. And it comes in quick, so I like to channel as it comes through. Otherwise, sometimes I lose it. Oh, yeah, look, guys. These are two different people. And these are two different settings, two different situations here. This one, the unexpected one, is placing himself a bit higher than this one here. He's a bit arrogant. And that's the childishness I'm picking up, the naivety, the, the, emotionally, they're just a little bit stunted, a little bit immature compared to this one. This one's more grounded, more settled. And they're razor sharp focused on you. Look how both are looking at you here. Oof. Yikes. They might be thinking about bringing you flowers or getting together for a drink or something. Whereas this one's more planted in the physical, like I said, and oh yeah, it's Pentacles. And I just see them more thinking about you. They're mesmerized by you. You're so beautiful. And they're also mesmerized by what you've said so far. And they know you need and want to hear from them. They want to hear, they know that you want to hear something very specific from them. They know what it is. And they're working on being able to tell you. And they're going to do it. It's okay. They're going to do it. For some of you, this is going to be your future husband or wife or partner, however you commit to each other. Because I saw a tying of the knot here down the road. Okay. And it's quick. It's all going to happen very quick. But once you get through this difficult spot here, I just see it just open, going, and it's going to flourish beautifully. Okay. And then I just felt and saw this card. They're telling me to put it down. So you see, this person is the one that's going to stand on top here. They're going to impress you. You're going to be very happy. And I know it's not hard. And if you've already had contact from someone else and there's two people, that can be tough. But you're going to know. You're going to know in your heart, you're going to trust your heart. And maybe you're praying for that right now too. Maybe you're trying to decide or figure out which one you do want to kind of be with if you have to make a choice. It's tough when you're dating, or it's tough if you don't intend to date, but like you're just doing you, and then all of a sudden all this energy comes in at you and you're like, whoa. Just as long as you're very clear, you have healthy boundaries, and don't involve yourself in a really toxic three-party situation, because that can only bring pain. And if that has surfaced, it's important to clean it up. And it's an opportunity to do so in this life and clear past karma, because it's repeating itself, because perhaps in a past life, it wasn't handled the best of ways. No judgment here. It's just it comes back for you to get it right this time. And I feel like you will, and I feel you are already doing it in a different way. Because you see how that glitter card at the top there is covered up? You're moving past that right now. That's really good. I see somebody, now they just want me to channel. I don't ever do this visually, because I'm usually not visual like this, but they're showing me somebody peeking through a curtain and moving on, like moving forward. Meaning they're not hiding. And so they're now out in the open and they're just sitting in contemplation, but they feel good. The light is touching their skin. They're taking layers of clothes off. They're not covered up. They're not going to keep things covered up. And I wasn't sure who this was representing. So let's see if I can get more information for us here. As Misty's just resting now. She's so pretty. They want to come out from the dark. They want to come out of stagnancy. They're tired of being back there. I feel like they might be sensing this other person hot on the tail, hot on their tail here, right? But not in a panicked way. It's more like, okay, well, I don't want to worry about that either. And it could be that if they have feelings, they need to tell you. So then you can decide, okay, which one am I going to choose to enter into a formal dating relationship where it's exclusive and that's it, and we're just going to explore that, you know? And I feel like that's imminent, and that's where you are. You're at that point of making a decision to do something that shifts where you've been right now, that makes it crystal clear in terms of what it means and what you're doing. So then you'll be able to, and he or she, the other person, will be able to also clarify if there's other people like that in their life. Even if there is, viewer, I don't sense at all that they're paying attention. They're far away. I feel like it's still rumbling though, and it's rumbling in a sense of a storm. They're trying to get their attention, but it's not working. So if they had their attention before, they don't now. You might have sensed that a little bit too and picked up on that. But, and again, you were poised. You're like, well, that's fine. You know, it is what it is. Good for you. You've done amazing work here. This feels like very interesting to me. But I feel like that's the message. And I feel like you're going to be able to settle this chaotic looking Wheel of Fortune. Never seen it look like that before. But all the elementals are there to help you balance this out, okay? And that Poised card and this card here, when I said balance things out, I saw these cards at the same time. And you are doing that right now. You are going to balance this out for yourself. Like I said, even if it means that you make a decision either after having a conversation with this person. If that never comes, you're still wise enough and smart enough to know that at some point when it's going to be time to move on and just let this be. And that's not a nice thing, and that wouldn't be easy, but it is what it is. This isn't going to keep you stuck is what I'm trying to say, okay? And it's not that you're stuck right now. What I mean by stuck is that you're kind of waiting in a sense. You're still doing you, and you're not just sitting there thinking about this and not doing anything. That's not what I'm saying. You're just kind of waiting in the sense of giving this person a chance to come forward, to speak up a little bit. Which is why these energies are just kind of floating around here. So there's still a lot that this person wants to say, but they haven't, because they're picking up that energy from you that right now you're wanting and you're waiting. And this is more the energy that you want to hear from. So there's like unspoken, like you are speaking to each other energetically and spiritually and not physically necessarily. And so these other people here are really honoring that from you. You're that higher, it's like a high priestess energy. And they respect and honor you, and they get it. And so they're following suit, and they know they need to kind of let you be the guide to that part. So, you know, keep doing you and hold space in the way that you feel you need to, but take care of yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you, be in motion, be in movement, exercise, go for a walk, do what it is you need to do, in addition to all that amazing spiritual and energy work that you do as well. Keep yourself hydrated, okay? But if you need to fast, fasting's really good when you do that sort of work. Just be careful with that as well, okay? But for those who do it properly and you understand what it's all about, I know that you do it very well. So, all right, everyone. So I hope this message found you well. I'm wishing you all the very best. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.